do you use or do you have teams of like renovators or builders that you recommend? Is that typically what happens, or do you let the client find their own, or do you
I
help
think
with the
that's
selection
probably the
process?
most question that I get always from the client, and I definitely have the the the, the renovator like a contractors or builders that I work with for
Right,
sure, but there are some projects or clients who came with their people.
right,
So depending on the size of, I guess, the project or the building type.
right. And what are you seeing now? I mean, you mentioned Bill 23. Are you starting to see more activity around people wanting to do work either on their existing buildings or whether they're trying to, and I guess are people coming to you and saying, is this possible? And do you offer some kind of initial service that says, okay, I'll come take a look, or I'll do some initial research prior to going all the way down the route of designs if it turns out that the piece of land is just not, or the building is not feasible?
Right. Um, I mean, even before the, I guess, the Bill 23 or like all this housing talk that we've been having, even like years ago, there were definitely some projects um, that the the client, I guess the builders wanted, they were planning certain kind of project, and sometimes that these builders, they bought the land already,
Mhm.
and they're sort of planning a project. So that's when they contacted me, and then they wanted me to, like myself and the team of people, to sort of look at the what we call it feasibility. Should we go through this project? Should we have this building type? What would be the sort of approval process? And typically the question always comes with like, how long would this take? So I've done that type of a consulting work, and I certainly gave like my assessment, some information that I received from the city, so I share those information. So that type of a consulting service that I've done, and there are times that with my, I guess, assessment, and those projects never happen. So it is
Right.
really bad for us, because as architects, we always want to see the final outcome of an actual building built in certain locations, right? So
Right.
it is sort of unfortunate that way, but I've done that, and I'm finding that, and also I'm guessing that that type of work is going to be more going forward.